Hey guys, and welcome to the Bayern View. Hope you guys are all doing well. As you can see, the main man is in the building. I like that top, to be honest with you. That shirt is beautiful. Um,
Hold
but
on,
yeah,
let me see if I can unmirror this thing. I'm trying to figure out what the best way of. There we go. All right, now you can actually
good
see
man.
it. It's the women's. Where's the logo at? It's the women's team. Now, granted, it's the old women's team shirt, but it's the women's team shirt. I'm still trying to figure out the which way. There we go. Okay, so I gotta go opposite. All right, we're good.
How you
My
doing?
my brain's fried. Brains
Unfortunately,
fried, body shot to hell. It's it's nuts right now. I just took a 2 hour nap, so I apologize for everybody with that had to wait for like 17 minutes for me to get here.
no, it's fine.
Plus, if you might be able to hear it in my voice, it's a little bit hoarse or kind of run down a little bit. No, that's not from screaming and hollering and all that. That's from literally. This is what it sounds like to talk football, talk Bayern, talk to fans, talk to players, do interviews from, let's say, waking up at 6 a.m. for a 9 o'clock kickoff, having a maybe an hour break at 2:45 to 3 o'clock, having an hour break until 4:30, kicking back off at 5 and going until almost 11:30 for the last game to end,
Wow.
and doing that Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And then having a game at like between 3 or 4 yesterday. Well, the game started at 3, it ended about 4:15 ish. And then we did some interviews yesterday. Uh, Still talking to people then, like after the tournament, and tried to I guess contain everything from people that won $1 million and trying to do those interviews and trying to speak over like crowds of screaming people and all that kind of stuff. So I mean, I didn't get home last night until 11 something. So it was like, yeah, I was up until midnight from Thursday until like yeah, today. I got to
Wow.
sleep in one day, and that sleeping in was instead of waking up at 6:30, I got up at 7:30.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was it worth it?
Um, I don't know. My body's kind of telling me it wasn't. What the fuck? Stop sending me all these random ass things, people. I put it on do not disturb, but it's the two people that don't that you have like in your emergency contacts. So anybody that if they need something they can call. Now they're sending me like weird moon emojis and shit like that, and I'm like, dude, come on, man. Yes, I should be asleep right now. Yeah, but it's daytime. I can't do that shit. But yes, was it worth it? Yes, it was worth every painful step from Thursday afternoon on. Because I tried my best to li- limit as much like walking or what do you call it? Like maybe limping, whatever you call an old man shuffling. There we go. Limit my old man shuffling as much as possible. Yeah, it didn't happen because like you would do like an interview on field one that would be like on one side of the complex, and then it's like, oh, the next guy that we need to get, his game just started, and he's on field 5, so he's like on the complete and utter opposite side of the complex, and his game just started. So I mean, to be able to give like during the interview, to be able to not look like a fucking nonce, where it's like, oh yeah, I saw your goal. I really didn't because it took me forever to get over here. So like there were a couple of people that was like when we finally got to them, we may have only seen them play a half of a game. Like Chimista, Brexite's son. I missed his goal. Like he played literally in like one, I think like one game, like one maybe half of a game, and I got there right after his goal, right after he came off. I was pissed. So I didn't get to see his goal. When his interview comes out, everybody will find out that he kind of had a broken foot. Leading up to it, or was just kind of recovering from a broken foot. So yeah, the one time I got to see him play, yeah, I didn't get there in time. So yeah, it sucks.
That must be annoying.
Well, yeah, and I mean the thing is like we tried to cover the Dortmund matches. So when they played Kingdom FC, when they played Newtown Pride, when they played Hoosiers Army, we wanted to be at every one of the Dortmund ones. And yes, it sounds bad. It's a Bayern fan going to watch Dortmund. But the thing is in that type of environment, we are the Bundesliga.
Yeah.
So that's why you saw that one post of me like giving the guys hugs and all that kind of stuff, because they had just been knocked out of the tournament. At that point, that whole rivalry thing just went out the fucking window, because it's not the Dortmund team that you see on Saturdays or Sundays or Fridays in the Bundesliga. It's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not that team. It's the logo. You know what I'm saying? There are some of the guys that used to play for that team, but they don't play for it now. So, but I did get an interview with Felipe Santana that played for Dortmund. He's really the only one I got a true interview with, just because it was so hectic, and trying to, because we had to overcome some what do you call it, like language barriers for some of their players. Like Grosskreutz was there, who played for the German national team, won a World Cup. He was there, spoke hardly any English, and I speak extremely bad German. So but the thing was, you know what I'm saying? So if I was going to do that interview, my German wasn't up to par to be able to get that interview where it was respectable. And he felt his English was the same way. So we tried to cut down on interpreters as much as possible, but you know what I'm saying? Eventually we kind of had to do interviews that were kind of slower, if that makes sense. They spoke like maybe some of the interviews they may speak like we got how do you say his name? Marujan, I think is how you say his name. Marujang. He's a Philippine national team player. And his English is really broken. But we just had to kind of be really slow with it. And so he would understand it. And then when we did like the motivation part, I just let him go. It was just like, hey, go for it. Do your thing. And I mean, it's going to be kind of hard for people to understand what he said, but I think I can get the little things that go across like here that kind of explain what he's saying. I think I can do that. So yeah. So I mean, overall it was good. Met like Anton Ferdinand from West Ham. Met pretty much everybody from West Ham. The guys from Newtown Pride were like awesome as hell, even though now they're millionaires. Well, technically the team's a millionaire. I don't know how much of a share those guys got, but yeah. So I mean, I got to see guys that were playing in the Bundesliga, played in the Premier League, played in Serie A, Serie B, the Israeli Premier League, MASL, like the American Indoor Soccer League thing, the Canadian Indoor Soccer League, futsal in Brazil. you know what I'm saying? You pretty much
Yeah.
got to see somebody from everywhere. A lot of U.S. national team players, Wrexham, so the fifth tier, now fourth tier.
Hmm.
So from the National League to League Two. So I mean, you really did have a large collection of players from everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah.
So, but yeah, it turned out pretty good. And I brought up
So those,
The Bayern View, and the 1900 crew a couple times. So we're definitely going to have some of those guys on there, as long as you're okay with it.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Because I mean, you know what I'm saying? Bayern content kind of dies for the summer sometimes.
A little
So,
bit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
but yeah,
are those
I
interviews
go
going to
to
be coming on your channel?
yeah. Once I get them edited
Yeah.
and have them all ready to go, then I'll throw those up there. I'm going to try to space them out to maybe do one a week, because
Yeah.
I'd planned on getting like 20 a day and ended up only getting like maybe like 30 some odd total, just based off of the way that TST had their media at the beginning was a little bit more strict. Um, and like you would have to go through the TST PR guy. He would go
Uh,
to the team PR guy. The team PR guy would ask the player, then the player would tell the team PR guy. Then the team PR guy had to find the TST PR guy, and then that guy had to find me. So like in the first like say day or so, it was like it would take like an hour for all of that to go through. So we were wasting time waiting for decisions. So as the tournament went, he was like, "Hey, what do y'all need?" I was like, "Hey, I just need you to give me the power to just approach the team, approach that player. Be like, hey, do you have a couple minutes for an interview?" And then once they did that, it helped, but it was like a little late, if that makes sense, because they
yeah.
were like, "Hey, can we do it after tomorrow's game?" And then when that tomorrow's game would show up, that player would you'd approach him and they'd be, "Oh, he's already in the players' village, getting ready to go to the hotel. We'll do it tomorrow." And then it's tomorrow, and then it's tomorrow. So missing out on like being able to just approach the team or players on media day
Mm.
like that way instead of going through the PR place, that hindered a little bit of that. Like if we were allowed to do just approach the teams and players just straight out, like on media day, dude, we would have probably had 140 like that day, just
Wow.
because all we had to do was just stand at the gate and just
Yeah.
wait for the guys to come in and come out. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, it
Yeah.
would have been hot as hell. It would have been hot, but yeah, I mean, we could have just easily, you know what I'm saying, just churned and burned those bad boys. But we got a pretty good amount. We got like Anton Ferdinand and stuff like that, and we had some microphone issues.
Okay.
Uh, so, but I mean, it's like where we have like high definition video, and the audio is just kind of really like low because we didn't realize that there was a volume button on the Bluetooth thing that I was holding. And
All
that
right.
entire interview, I was holding it and had the volume turned all the way down. So, but the thing is we can hear it. Like when it's really quiet, you can hear it. So I just have to go through my editing software and just like put the high definition video in with the low audio, you know what I'm saying? Detach the
Yeah,
audio,
yeah, and then bump it up. Yeah,
ma- yeah, max the audio out, save it with a lower grade video, but still have high definition audio, and do that multiple times until I've got it loud enough for. So I mean, some of the like the Anton Ferdinand video was like that. The Hero finds Tiffin interviews like that. But most of the other ones we didn't have an issue with. We picked up on that when we went back and looked at it. I was like, "Holy shit! There's no sound." So I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do? But then like once we kind of got away from the stadium and it was quieter, then we could hear it, and I was like, okay, yeah, I can fix this.
yeah,
So
yeah,
because I was like, dude, that the Anton Ferdinand one was like on point. Like, I don't think we can replicate that a second time.
Yeah.
But after that, it was like, I told the guy that came down there or came up there with me that was helping me film. I was like, dude, from now on, before we do any interview, I want you to plug that thing in, check 1, 2, check 1, 2, check the audio, and then we'll do it. So from then on, we have like outtakes of us checking the audio, and like it's like whatever the random whatever player we do, they just have some of them count, and some of them just do some of the most random shit ever. So yeah, it was fun. Hurts like hell, but yeah, it was fun. Okay. And you don't want to know what happened with the whole Dortmund thing to start with. That was a fucking fiasco. I will put it this way: you can imagine what happened when media day was there. Dortmund players walk in. ESPN, The Athletic, NBC, and all these other outlets that were there. They see me standing back there. No, I have the Bayern eye. I'm standing there in a Bayern jersey, and then the Dortmund crew walks in. Yeah. There was a tense moment when that happened, because I think they like all kind of like glared back at me, and they're like, and I was like, what do y'all think's about to happen? You think we're gonna have like a rumble or something in here? We're not going to punches, guys. It ain't that serious. Yeah. So, but I got pulled to the side, and they were like, hey. And as soon as I got pulled to the side by Dortmund's like media guys, I got pulled out of the media room because they needed to talk to me. And as I'm getting pulled out, right, the Dortmund players are going in. So I was like, so what's running through my head is like, these motherfuckers really just pulled the Bayern fan out. So their players, they're not going to let me in there while their players are getting interviewed. I was like, what the fuck? This is some bullshit. Well, then I talked to the media guy, and he's like, look, it may not be the best if you're there, because you know what I'm saying, the newness and pain from the Bundesliga titles is still fresh in everybody's mind. And I was like, look, dude, I'm a Bayern fan. You work for Dortmund. We both want to fucking forget last season. Yes, we backed into a championship. Y'all dropped the ball at the last second. I'm not going to rehash that, because I don't personally want to rehash that. It was a shitty time for Bayern Munich. It was a shitty time for Dortmund. Let's just put that shit behind us and kind of move fucking forward without it. And then he asked like what type of stuff I was going to do. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to do like the motivational, inspirational type stuff. And he's like, oh, okay. Yeah, you're good. So yeah, we did, but they were like, please don't bring up the Bundesliga thing. And I'm like, oh no, I'm not going to bring that up. So when I'm interviewing, when the Philippe Santana when that interview comes up, a part of the motivational speech that he does like overcoming like adversities and that type of stuff and moving past hard times. He brings up that the Bundesliga title stuff. And after the interview was over, I ran, like, I didn't run because I'm slow as all hell, but like I walked over to the Dortmund media guy, and I was like, I didn't bring it up. He brought it up. He's like, I know, it's fine. They can bring it up, just you can't. I'm like, okay, I'm fine with that. I'm not gonna bring it up, but he did. So I wanted to make sure, like, emphatically, that they knew that I wasn't the one that brought that up.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. Then I come to take a nap, wake up, get a tweet that says Bayern doesn't know who's supposed to talk to who and whose job it is to do what. And it's like, I thought we established that.
The first thing I was going to ask you. I've literally got the tab here ready.
It's like I can't even take a nap without you people messing this thing up. It's like, you fired 2 guys for a reason. You gave the job to another set of guys. Shouldn't they know their job? If you're doing that, you need to, you know what I'm saying, be able to know what your role is and who you're supposed to be talking to and that kind of stuff. Yeah. That's why on Twitter I put it out there. I said, somebody book me a plane. Charlotte to Munich. If you guys can't handle it, just point me in a direction, give me a train ticket, and I'll do it. Good Lord. You know what I'm saying? Just I don't know, if Nepe can't do it, or y'all don't know who he's supposed to talk to. I know where Turin, Italy is. Somebody tell me where Dusan Vlahovic's agent is. I know where London is. Point me to Declan Rice's agent. You know what I'm saying? If anybody can sell the club better than Yuli Honas or Brazo or any of those guys, it's fucking me. You know what I'm saying? I was just spent a week with some West Ham legends and like their U.S. media guys.
Yeah.
They love me now. They didn't like when I sat there and said, who do I need to talk to get Declan Rice? Because, I mean, the thing is like we talked last time. It was like, hey, I don't want Declan Rice. I don't want Declan Rice. But the longer I thought and watched some of his highlights and stuff, he's a solid player. I just don't like English players because it comes with English fans.
Yeah.
and I don't want to. And if from anybody, it's the West Ham fans that are online. Those guys are just as crazy and fanatical as everybody else. And it's like, dude, I don't want to be having to deal with those people on Twitter the whole damn time if he screws up or we screw him over or some shit. So, yeah. And so I just told the guys, I was like, look, what's it going to take to get Declan Rice? They're like, oh, he doesn't want to play against those small teams in that 2-team league. I said, oh, you're right. Nobody wants to play in that 2-team league against City and Liverpool. And they were like, oh, we see what you did there. Like, yeah, because your league's a 2-team league for the past, I don't know, 5 or 6 years anyway. So it's like, you just got lucky that Arsenal had a decent season, or the EPL would be another 2, you know what I'm saying? And if you look at most of the leagues, besides like say France, because France and Italy, and Italy's only not a 2-1 because Juventus keeps getting points deducted, given back, taking 5 points away, taking 10 points away, giving those back, taking 15 points off, giving them back, giving them 10 points off. So I mean, that one's only that way because nobody can figure out how many points to take or give away to Juventus. But I mean, at least that one in Italy and France, you're going to have PSG and somebody else.
Yes.
With Italy, you're going to have normally Juventus and somebody else. One of the Milans, Napoli, maybe Lazio if they decide to play. But I mean, everything's going to be kind of the same in that league. But I mean, everybody else it's a 2-team league. Spain, Germany. Well, Germany's really not a 2-team league. I mean, Leipzig can do a lot of things. Freiburg's been pretty consistent the past couple of years. So I mean, if they want to sit there and be like, oh, it's a farmers league because only 2 teams win it, that can be said for pretty much everybody.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's give Bayern and Dortmund shit, but let's pretend that Liverpool and City didn't own that damn league every, 5 of the last 6 years except for this year. You know what I'm saying? Or that Madrid and Barcelona just one or the other blows the rest of the league away. Or fucking PSG. Well, PSG kind of kind of pisses it away a lot. But I mean, everybody seems to forget that like Juve won, what was it, 8 in a row or 9 in a row?
Something like that, yeah.
And then AC Milan knocked them off, and what was it? It was last year, right? And then Napoli did it this year. So I mean, yes, there comes a time where every every league's gonna have somebody dominate it. If you look at the past, I guess like since '92-ish, you look at the EPL. There's a whole hell of a lot of Manchester United on there. Yeah. There's a lot of Manchester Cities on there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of their logo on there. You look at the Spanish league. It's all Barcelona's. The times that Madrid wins, they don't win Champions League. You see what I'm saying? Madrid's that team that they're going to win one or the other. And just so happens this year, they didn't win neither of them. Barcelona was the same way. They'd win either the league or the Champions League. So, I mean, I don't know. It's the same thing. PSG's the big swinging dick in France now. But for the longest time, it was Marseille.
Yeah.
Or Lyon. And Marseille, I think, won something like 6 in a row or some crazy shit like that. So, I mean, every league has that. Just nobody wants to admit it. So, I don't know. Why the hell do you have my face in front of fucking Raphinha? That motherfucker better not. That transfer rumor better be fucking bullshit. What the fuck do we want with that shitbag?
I was literally waiting for you to notice that. So yeah, it looks like
we don't want that shitbag.
Yeah, so if you believe the thing, it's coming from Paletti Goal and Sky Sports. Basically, it's saying that Thomas Tuchel is a big fan of Raphinha. He wanted him. You ever notice
Thomas Tuchel's a big fan of a lot of people?
100%, yeah.
I'm sure he's a big fan of Mbappe too.
Yeah,
so
right.
is that going to be the next one? He's a big fan of Neymar. He's a big fan of Angel Di Maria. Well, Angel Di Maria's free. Why don't fuck that? Let's see. Fuck that guy and get Di Maria. You know what I'm saying? You get Di Maria for free. Granted, he'll cost you a little bit as far as like wages, but he ain't gonna cost you as far as like any transfer fees. So I mean, my thing is if you're looking for a wing, everybody needs to look to Juve. You can get Di Maria for free. Chiesa is. What is Federico Chiesa? I think I saw something on Twitter.
I seen something about 40 million.
Yeah, like 36 to 40 million. You could get him.
That's a bargain.
Yeah, because Federico Chiesa and Dusan Vlahovic at Fiorentina. Those were two players that Frank Ribery had said these are ones Bayern needs to pay attention to. These are ones that can be stars in Munich.
Yeah.
And I mean, yes, Vlahovic may be the prime candidate right now, but Jesus Christ, that other one's true. We're fucking around. We'll probably miss out on him. So, I mean, my thing now is I'm sick of all these. Well, Thomas Tuchel's a fan of shitbags like this. Well, good. I'm glad he's a fan of him. I don't give a shit. Thomas Tuchel's a fan of Ousmane Dembele. Cool. What the fuck does that matter? Who the fuck cares about that cripple? Yes, I can use cripple as a funny thing because, well, I'm fucking cripple. So, yeah, who the fuck wants that guy? You know what I'm saying? The only player not injured that much would be Neymar. Oh, well, yeah, he is.
While we're talking on the Thomas Tuchel likes thing though, what's your opinion on the whole
Sweet
Raphael
baby
Guerrero?
Jesus, that's a lot of goddamn comments that I didn't even see. Okay, but what?
Raphael Guerrero coming in on a
I'll
free.
take him. I'll take him.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, and I don't want to put it in these terms, but it's pretty much the easiest way to do it. Coming in on a free, that's fine. Uh, People can't sit there and say, "Oh, well, they're stealing another Dortmund player." No, the fuck we're not. The kid can go wherever the hell he wants. That kid is talented as
Oh
shit.
yeah.
Without him, Dortmund's not where they are right now because he's the one that pulled their ass out of the fire multiple games with goals that probably should not have ever happened, but he made them happen. He knows the league. He can play. I've seen him play both sides. He can play left or right. He seems to be a little bit better on the right than he is on the left. But he can also play midfield.
Yes.
So I mean, the thing is he's Portuguese, right?
Yep. Yep.
So he's and I don't want to put it in these terms because I like Yao Cancelo as a player, but he's the bargain bin Yao Cancelo because
That's what they were saying in the report. Yeah.
Yeah, because Yao Cancelo is a $70 million player. That's why I would call him the bargain bin because you get him for free. So he does the same thing Yao Cancelo does. He's just not to that name recognition like everybody thinks he's like the greatest player in the world because FIFA fucking
Yeah.
video game doesn't give him like 30 special cards a year, even though they did give him like 5 this season. But the thing is he's earned them. You know what I'm saying? If Mazraoui gets hurt, if we lose Benjamin Pavard, which it seems like we very well could lose Benjamin Pavard, then yeah, Guerrero's just the perfect right back. You have Guerrero that can go forward and score. You have Davies that can go forward and score. You have Mazraoui that can go forward and create chaos. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, the thing is if we lose Benjamin Pavard, pick up Guerrero, we're not really missing anything. Now, if we lose Lucas Hernandez, like it very well seems we will,
Yeah.
we definitely need to do something. And like I
Who
said,
would be your choice
I
if we do
mean,
lose them?
if we lose both of them, we can't go with a Maxence Lacroix. We can't go with that because we won't have Benjamin Pavard to fall back on as another mid center back. But
Yeah.
we definitely have to get a not like a top end. You know what I'm saying? Not like a Ruben Dias or you know what I'm saying? A big name. It would
What
definitely
do you
have
think
to
of
be it
what
would
do you
have
think
to
of
be a
Laporte?
name. Laporte, fuck him. Hell no.
No.
That dude don't even know where the fuck he's from. Isn't he like French, but he claims to be Spain? Yeah, he don't even know where the fuck he's from. Nah, I don't. I need players that at least know where they're from, not just kind of make it up as they go. Yeah, we can't do that shit. But no, I mean, you can get because basically you're looking at you need a guy that's okay with sitting on the bench, occasionally starts. If we go for anybody like say from like a Man City, I'd go with Kanji. Which I don't think they're going to let Akanji go.
No.
But John Stones, if we go with a guy from City, a John Stones type player who can really do pretty much fucking everything. John Stones, yes, people in England kind of treat him like a shitbag, but he's got that kind of Javi Martinez type where he can play defensive midfield if you need him to. He can play center back if you need him to. I kind of wish Rafael Varane was available because he would be one that's kind of he's an older guy, so I mean he doesn't really need all those minutes. For people that are, I guess, degenerate psychos, Ramos is free right now.
I was about to ask you your opinion on Ramos.
I ain't got a problem with him. I ain't got a problem with him at all. Because I mean, what are you expecting for him to do? You bring him in, he gets a red card. You'll see him in 2 games.
Yeah.
That doesn't really. So I mean, he's not going to get hurt. He's going to be fully rested because he's going to have like 6 red cards and he's going to sit 12 games.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I don't. Ramos actually probably would be a good one, even though he's probably on his way to the MLS.
Or Saudi.
He'll go to MLS.
You think?
Yeah. What the hell is he going to do in Saudi Arabia? He's not with the way that he plays. He's not going to be as big of a draw in Saudi Arabia as like, you know what I'm saying, as they think he's going to be. And that's just because he's a center back. Yes, everybody knows who he is, but he's not going to be that draw that people want.
Yeah.
If he comes to if he comes to the US, then he's a big draw. Like he's a massive draw here. Like you would get Madrid fans just kind of like coming out of the damn woodwork just trying to watch it. You see what I'm saying? Kind of like Chiellini and those guys and Gareth Bale when they came to LA, around those same types of things. So I mean, would I have an issue with Ramos coming to Bayern? Nah. But the thing is if he came, we'd have to understand what he's bringing. He's not coming to start. He's going to be a rotational guy at best. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I don't really know many center backs that may be available. I mean, I know there's one we can try to buy because we need a center back. He's just right up the road in Madrid. I'm pretty sure he'd like to come back. Go ahead and cue the music. David Alaba, David Alaba. Yep. Yeah. That if we need another center back, Alaba's right up the fucking street. Make the call. You know what I'm saying? The boys are back anyway. You got KHR and Yuli Holness back anyway. Let's get the whole band together. Why the fuck not? Just leave that Polish guy in fucking Barcelona. We ain't got no need for that motherfucker. We'll take I'll take a Serbian for a Polish player any damn day. Well, okay. Let me take this back. Only if it's those 2 players.
Yeah.
If it's anybody else, I probably would have to take the Polish player. But between those 2 players, yeah, I'll take the Serbian over the Polish guy all day, every day. Hell, I'll take Karim Benzema right now.
Yeah, I don't. Obviously, he's gone there for money. I get that, but like, why
did he sign with him?
Yeah.
Okay. Nah,
yeah.
You gotta think I've been out of the fucking loop for 4 days.
No, that's fine. No, that's fine, man. I know you've been busy.
I've gotten the Bayern news, but it either really pissed me off or just slightly pissed me off for most of that stuff.
Yeah. What do you think about Bastore? Do you think we could get him out of Inter or not?
Maybe. It may cost us a little bit.
Yeah.
Another one that is a possibility, and I know he's on the outs with Chelsea, would be Koulibaly. I mean, granted, no, he's not that $100 million player anymore.
Yeah.
But the cool thing with that is if you keep Sadio Mane and you bring in Koulibaly, maybe that relaxes Mane a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Bringing in another Senegalese player. 100%. And hell, Chelsea's we may need a backup goalkeeper, right? Edouard Mendy's on the outs with Chelsea too. Get a 2-for-1 deal. Find out what fucking Chelsea wants for both of them. Give them fucking 60 for both. You know what I'm saying? Because Koulibaly's probably still gonna get 25 to 30 million. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Edouard Mendy's still a talented, decent caliber keeper. And he's not starting there hardly anymore. So I mean, yeah, if he'd be willing to take a seat, throw him in there. You know what I'm saying? Then that gives us a solid Champions League winning goalkeeper.
Yeah. On Koulibaly, I know a lot of people even in the chat now are saying, but he's trash. The problem is, I don't think it helps the Chelsea system that he's in, because for Napoli, he was top tier.
Well, the thing is Chelsea runs a back three. We're not running a back three anymore.
Yeah.
So the thing is without that back three, because if you ran a back three, you don't let Lucas Hernandez go for shit. You burn Paris down to make sure that airport's not fucking available for him to land in. But the thing is if we ran a back three, had Hernandez, Upamecano, and De Ligt, that's a great back three. But we're back to a back four. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's not you're not looking at somebody that's going to be and fans have to put it into perspective. You've got to find a center back that's going to be okay with sitting on the bench.
Yeah.
Or rotating with Upamecano, because you're not taking De Ligt off that field.
No.
I don't give a I don't give a shit what's going. And the thing is with Upamecano, you weren't going to take Upamecano off the field until he kind of had his moment against City, and then it was like, okay, now he's like getting a little shaky again. He did the entire season fine. Now he's getting a little shaky. So the thing is he would just have to be okay with taking over for Upamecano. And that's what you're going to have to work. You can't pay 60, 70, 80, 90 million for a center back that's going to be on the damn bench. Yeah, you just can't do it. Because if we are truly in for Declan Rice, that's going to cost us 100 million.
Yep.
And Vlahovic's going to cost us upwards of 50, 60. I wouldn't mind getting a Chiesa if we truly can get him for 35. Fucking swoop in and get Chiesa and get fucking Vlahovic and hand him 90, 95 million and roll. You know what I'm saying?
Send them Mane the other way.
I think that was actually one of the rumors was like send them 35 plus Mane. I ain't got a problem with that. Chiesa definitely can't fuck up that bad. I'm pretty sure he can score 3 times
and not be offside.
Yeah. Shit, I'm pretty sure I can score fucking 3 times. I can luck into 3 goals.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just have to be in the right place just to accidentally bump the damn thing with my ass. Oops. I mean, but you're looking at, like, you know what I'm saying, things like that. We've got to find a way to get a couple of huge signings, which I'd say a Vlahovic, a Declan Rice, and a Chiesa, if those are the ones we can possibly get. Get those 3 as your major ones, and then just get kind of rotational guys that kind of are solid, that are okay with coming off the bench. And Koulibaly may definitely be one of those guys that's solid coming off the bench. Because you could always go for Thiago Silva, but he's like 38 or 36, 37, something like that. And I don't know if he'd be willing to sit the bench, and I don't know if Chelsea's willing to let him go.
Yeah, 38.
But there's also Eder Militao that may not be the best at Madrid. Rudiger may be you know what I'm saying? Madrid has that Alaba, Rudiger, Militao. One of those three may want out. Fucking get them. Motherfucker, no.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
100%. Yeah.
So, I mean, and Ramos isn't going to be any worse than, say, Koulibaly. Yep. Koulibaly, you might actually get games out of, not get red cards out of. So, what kind of questions we got on this bad boy? Because I see that there's like 67 since I looked at it.
A lot. Before we even get into that, if you guys please, can you smash the thumbs up if you haven't already? If you're new, hit the subscribe button. Yeah, man. Right. I don't even know where to start, to be perfectly honest with you. We go with this one. What about Gundo?
What, Gundogan?
Yeah.
To do what?
Because he'll be on a free, won't he?
Yeah, but to do what?
Would you?
He does. No, not as a 6. Hell no. He does the same thing that Joshua Kimmich does. So the thing is he better than Joshua Kimmich? No.
No.
But the thing is he a 6? No. Is he an 8? Yes. We've already got Konrad Leimer, Gravenberch, Goretzka, Kimmich. All of those are 8s. We don't have a 6. What Gundogan does best is not, you know what I'm saying, stay back. Yeah. His best is going forward. So if he's not going forward, he'd be a great player, but we don't have a use for him because we've got like 5 guys that do the same thing he does.
On Lima though, have you seen the report put out there that we're bringing him in obviously to be a midfielder, but also a right back? Where is it?
That would be fucking stupid.
Let me
because he's not really a right back though. That would be kind of like a Kimmich. You know what I'm saying? But not a good Kimmich.
Yeah.
Hold on. Who said that shit? Oh, Kicker? Yeah, I don't know if I trust Kicker with that type of shit. But, I mean, the thing is, if they bring him in at right back, it is what it is.
Yeah.
He's not going to play right back. If we were bringing him in to play right back, we would not even be sniffing around Guerrero,
yeah.
So, I mean, the thing is what can you really do when you're looking for a right back? We're not looking for a guy that can play right back. Now, it's good to have a guy that's flexible enough to be able to play it,
yeah.
But no, he's not coming in strictly to play right back.
To play right back, yeah. What do you think of obviously we talked about Bastore. What do you think about Kim Min-jae? Do you think he's going to be
not a million fucking years?
Do you think it's just going to be too much?
Everybody and their brothers after him.
Yeah.
So the thing is we're not going after him. Bastore has a chance. Kim Min-jae, there's no chance in hell because he's not coming to sit the bench.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he's not going to be cheap. So, like I said, we're not going to get a top flight, high end center back to be a backup. If we ran a 3 at the back, maybe that may be a little bit different. But yeah, I don't see that happening. If I could get one player for free, that doesn't narrow it down.
I think like on a free.
Well, they would have to be on a free.
Yeah.
Like now. I mean, we can't play right now. Bayern can't play the what if game. We need to, if they're on a free and we need them, get them. Like a Guerrero, you know what I'm saying? Like even an Angel Di Maria. If you're looking for a wing, he's free. Get him.
Would you go for
want to pay it? I would. Because I mean, he adds something that we don't have. You know what I'm saying? A really, really experienced leader on the wing. We've got experience, but we don't have that level of experience. He's played fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's won a World Cup. Was a big contributor in that World Cup.
To the World Cup, yeah.
So, yeah. So, I mean, the thing
he's
is
not done the
he...
best at Juve either, has he?
Well, I mean, he hasn't been the greatest. Dybala wasn't the greatest late before he left. Vlahovic hasn't been the best. It's the whole thing with
Juventus is
Allegri's Allegri's just a fucking shitbag. I mean, I don't see how Juventus decided to like choose him over everybody else. I mean, Dybala was a rising star.
Yeah.
And Allegri fucking killed him. Then he goes to Roma, and he's a massive signing for them and a massive contributor for them. And all it took was getting the hell away from Juventus. So that's why when people are like, oh, Vlahovic's underperforming, he's only got 10 goals, blah, blah, blah. Look at Dybala. All it took was him getting the hell away from that place, and he was fine. Juventus hasn't been the same since Ronaldo completely fucked that team.
Same with De Ligt, isn't it?
Yeah. De Ligt was playing like shit. And everybody was like, oh, he's an own goal machine, blah, 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 blah. He'll give an own goal away a game. Comes here, he is the most solid center back we have.
Yeah.
And he's arguably the best defender in the Bundesliga by miles.
Oh, yes. 100%.
And I mean, Lucas Hernandez, not taking anything away from him, but De Ligt's just a completely different player and monster. And the thing is he was playing like shit at Juventus.
Exactly.
And when he gets away, he's back to where he was before. So it's that whole thing of stop looking at what they're doing right this second. Look at what they did before Juventus.
What they could do.
And then what before Allegri goes in there and fucks everything up. You know what I'm saying? Look at how they were before. Look at how they still try to play underneath that dirtbag. I mean, granted, Thomas Tuchel's not the greatest thing in the world, but he's not that fucking bad. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no.
Like every star player Juve has some extremely talented players that look like shit under his crappy system. So, I mean, yeah, get some of them out. Kind of save some of them. Please save them.
Vlahovic being the number one.
Or hell, just go in there and just swoop in and fuck their whole world up. We get De Ligt, or we already got De Ligt. Get Vlahovic, get Chiesa, and get damn. Goddamn, my mind just went blank. You know who I'm talking about. Argentine winger. We were just talking about him.
Di Maria.
Yeah, Di Maria. My fucking mind went blank. But get Di Maria, get Chiesa, and get Vlahovic. Why the fuck not? Save everybody. We can be Captain Save a Hoe. Jump in there and save them. What we got? De Jong, or for me, is
Oh.
Trying
to put him back in.
Okay, there you are.
Sorry, don't worry.
Oh, you're good. But for me, Frankie de Jong would be better for what we need. Declan Rice is a really, really good number 6. For me, just because with Matthias de Ligt, Mazraoui, who played with him at Ajax, Gravenberch, who played with him at Ajax. You know what I'm saying? We've got all the guys that he used to play with anyway. But de Jong's probably going to be the cheaper option, to be honest.
Especially with Rice being English as well.
Yeah, so you got to pay that English tax. You've got to still pay the EPL tax because it's West Ham. And honestly, for me, with all the EPL teams that are bidding on him specifically, that may be the time where you can kind of sneak off to Barcelona.
Yeah.
While everybody's worried about Rice, sneak off to Barcelona and be like, hey, what do y'all want for De Jong? We know you kind of need some cash. Everybody's looking at Declan Rice right now. And we're in that. But if you'll settle for 75 or 80 million with some add-ons, we'll take De Jong off of your books, which will help, you know what I'm saying, your overall budgeting.
Yeah.
We'll take him off of your hands, and we won't go after Declan Rice. Because the thing is if we're trying to compete with Arsenal, City, United, all of them, they're going to come in with bags and bags and bags of cash.
Yeah.
We can't compete like that. But the thing is while everybody's sitting there whining and dining Declan Rice, we can sneak over and kind of steal De Jong under, you know what I'm saying, under everybody's nose. Yeah. So, I mean, personally, I'd like De Jong just because you can kind of sneak in there and get him for kind of on the cheap.
But it looks like Declan Rice is Thomas Tuchel signing anyway, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Thomas Tuchel really wants him, but Thomas Tuchel needs to get off of this fucking EPL bullshit.
Seems to want everyone.
Okay.
You know what I mean? While we're talking on the Juventus situation, though, what about Locatelli? Would you go for him as well? Or?
Locatelli plays what? Right wing back or left wing back?
I thought he was a CDM. I don't know now.
Not for Italy. Not that I saw. He played more. Well, he might be a defending mid, but I saw him like out wide a lot for them in the Euros.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's as solid in defense, I mean, it's a possibility, but he's at Juventus too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, fuck that. Enough with the goddamn Juventus shit. We're not rating everything they have. Jesus Christ. Give them fucking something. Shit.
We'll get them relegated by taking all of their players.
Yeah, I mean, if we take Chiesa, Vlahovic, and Di Maria, well, Di Maria's going on a free anyway. But if we can get one or two of those three, keep Locatelli. They'll get relegated next year, and we'll just sign him for free.
Yeah.
No. I ain't fucking doing that shit. Hell no. Hell no. Because the thing is I always do that shit, and people sit there and like, oh no, how did you leave this guy off? How did you leave that guy off? Hell no. No. We ain't doing no top 10 shit. No. Because all of my top 10s are going to be older players, and people are going to be like, oh, so you leave this guy off? Yes. The fuck has that guy done that the other guy hasn't?
Yeah.
I will tell you the top two, like easily. Franz Beckenbauer, Gerd Muller. There's nobody else in the history of Bayern Munich that touches those two.
Yeah.
Thomas Muller included. So, yeah.
Ribery would be on your list as well.
Fucking A right. He's number 3.
I can answer this one for you. Dusan Vlahovic.
Yes.
100%. Put your questions in, guys. Put your questions in. There's no chance we're getting him. Not a chance.
No.
No.
How long you going to be on here? Because I have to go feed the dog. Can you give me like 15 minutes and I'll be back?
Yeah, 100%.
All right, let me go feed the dog and then I'll be back. So give me a couple minutes.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Okay, man. It's fine with me. So yeah, while we're on just what he needs to do. Hit me with some questions. Can you hear me? Can you put the light on for me, please? Thank you. Hit me with some questions. Thank you. That's so much better. Hit me with some questions, and then when Ryan gets back, we'll go straight back into it. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying. If you are, please do smash the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button down below. Thank you for all that good stuff. And yeah, man. We got this up. Which side is it? We got this up in the corner now. There's no more StreamYard on there. Shout out to StreamYard, by the way. Not sponsored or anything like that. But yeah, we're moving up now, and yeah, man, we're going to be doing a lot more streams and all of that good stuff. So, if yes, what price? Like 100 mil. Where's your question, my man? What about Davies? Is he going to Madrid? The problem with Davies, right? The problem with Davies is, I think he'll stay. That needs to be said straight away. I think he will stay. But he is gonna second guess it. I think from if you believe what the media are saying, which I know a lot of the media does lie. 110%. There is there's 100% there's a chance that City and Real Madrid are both looking at him. If they were to get, are they going to get him? No, I don't see that happening in the future. Maybe, but not right now. I think the main thing was for him and for his agent, especially on what his agent has been saying, is the whole Brazza being sacked and all of that stuff, because obviously Brazza brought him in and all of that. I think he has to go for over 100 million though. Just because of his age, ability. Obviously, if a certain manager wanted to play him higher up the pitch, they could. Obviously, they need to work on his finishing, but he can play the left back, and when I seen him live, I thought he was fast. Don't get it twisted. Then I seen him live, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, you are ridiculously, stupidly fast. Like he is like rapid. But yeah, he'd have to be more. Can you do your yeah, similar to Ryan? It's going to be a bit of a mad one, to be honest with you, but I can well, Robin, if you're going off of what I would say, of course, Beckenbauer's got to be in there, and so is Gerd Muller. They've got to be in there. My favorite player of all time is Iron Robben. What he did, there's a main reason. Don't worry if you can see the reflection of the TV, the visitors playing a game, but there's a reason he is on the wall here. He is my favorite player of all time, so he's got to be on that list. Ribery's got to be on that list. I think you've got to put Levy on that list, even though right now we might not want to. I think what he's done for the club, it is a good thing. So yeah, but yeah, it is a hard one. We've had the likes of Muller, obviously still now. We had Lyon, we've had Schweinsteiger, and that's just to name a couple. So it is a hard one, and I can see why Florian Wirtz. Someone put Florian Wirtz, and now I'm saying it. Why he doesn't want to answer that, because it is a bit mad, because you say the 10 or you say the 5 or whatever, and then you second guess yourself, because let's just say I did top 5 and I didn't put Philip Lahm in. You know what I mean? He has to go in. Look at what he's done. Playing right back and all of the playing right back, never got a red card. Obviously moving into the midfield, still no red card. You know what I mean? Right. YouTube's put in a question. What are your expectations for Honeson Rummenigge for the next season? What do you mean by transfers, or you mean what are we going to win? What do you mean, my man? Let me know. Bayern won't win the Champions League the next 2 or 3 years. Current state of the defense. Yeah, I agree on the defense. Yeah, the defense is, it's not the best. Let's put it that way. If we can keep De Ligt, which I think we will, you've got to upgrade. As a whole, okay, you've got to upgrade the defense 110%. That's a Koulibaly would be a good option. To be honest, I didn't even think of him. To be honest with you, he would be a great option if you can pluck him away from Chelsea. Especially if you can get him back to those. The days of the Napoli version of him. So yeah, there's that. As a whole, let's go back to your question. Now you've expanded a little bit more. As a whole, The league has to be in there, 110%. I would love to win the double next season. But I don't think we're going to win much, to be honest with you, if anything. Which it could be crazy to say that, to be honest with you. It could be crazy to say that, but I just don't rate this manager whatsoever. But Ryan is back. You want me to ask Ryan the same question? Okay, I'll leave it on the screen then.
God damn, you threw me in the goddamn fire, didn't you? Fucking Christ. Uli Holness and Karl-Heinz Rummenigge are going to be completely and utterly fine. The thing is that adds the stability that we vastly need. The only issue would be Tuchel.
I agree.
Does he pull his head out of his ass? Or
Probably
does
not.
he continue to fuck up? Well, the thing is these are two guys that aren't going to play that bullshit. The thing is we've seen. Let's see if I can fix this damn thing. Hold on. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. You hear me?
God damn it! Hold on. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay, now I can hear you. You there?
You're good? You good? Yeah.
What the fuck? Why is it? I can't hear you.
Do you want me to take you out and put you back in?
Hold on, let me jump back in. Hold on.
So while Ryan's sorting that out, I do agree. I think Tuchel is going to be the main thing, and that's why when I say I don't think Bayern are going to win anything, and obviously I'm going to actually talk to Ryan in a minute about the bet that I did with YouTube's and Beats yesterday, and on the whole, wear the Tuchel shirt if we win the double, be in the Champions League, be in the Pokal, and be in the league. I generally think the problem is Tuchel. It's going to be Tuchel. And I know I sound like a Tuchel hater and people think I'm a Tuchel hater and whatever, and that's absolutely fine. But generally, I don't see Tuchel doing much with this club. I really, really don't. I don't rate him as a manager at all. I didn't want him when we were being linked with him straight away. And he is the problem, 100%. Let's put Ryan back in there. Is that better, mate?
Yeah, I can't hear you no more.
Can you not hear me? You can't hear me?
I can't hear you.
Okay, well, I can hear you. Let me type this.
Oh, you can hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. Maybe it's his asshole, this dickhead out here cutting his grass. Asshole. Well, so you can hear me. Okay. Peckerwood. Basically, I'll have to do this off the cuff, so I won't be able to hear your response because of this asshole over here. But basically, those two have already fired, 2 coaches? But they've already fired, 2, 3 coaches that just ended up being, even though they were like a Carlo Ancelotti type, they didn't put up with Ancelotti's shit. As soon as Ancelotti lost the locker room against, I believe it was after the PSG, first leg, they shit-canned him. So Tuchel, I believe they've seen what Tuchel has had to offer and seen how he took a possible treble type group and completely shit it away and backed into a title. They're not going to put up with that again. And honestly, it's going to sound weird when I put it this way. So for everybody in the chat and everything, prepare yourself for this. I've got a feeling they made a phone call to Julian Nagelsmann and said, Julian, hold your fucking horses. This dickhead may fuck up again. And his ass may be out of a fucking job by Christmas. So just hang on. We're still paying your ass any fucking way until you find another job. So you're still on our payroll. Give it a little time. Let Tuchel just fuck himself. And then we'll go from there. We'll just stay unemployed for now. Let us keep paying you. And then, hey, we'll bring you back. Because Khan and Brazo didn't want you, but they can suck a bag of dicks at this point. Don't give a shit. So yeah, the boys are back in town and they're gonna get their way. So yeah, that's just what Bayern fans may want to kind of keep a close eye on. Is Tuchel keeps getting turned down. There we go. Turned down by other clubs. Maybe it's Thomas Tuchel got a phone call that said, "Hey, stay close. Don't go too far." Yeah, I mean that exactly. They've been bringing that up. So I mean, the thing is dude, you just gotta wait it out. Now, if you want to talk, just do like, just be like, shut the fuck up, just so I know because I can't hear you. Because for me, you just look like you're memeing shit, like you're like finding a wallet. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. What is this? What are your thoughts on Lewandowski talking shit about who the fuck is Lewandowski? That's what I think. Yeah, he can suck a bag of dicks. He can fuck kiss my ass. I do not give a shit. That motherfucker does not exist in history of Bayern Munich. He's in some history books. He's had some nice moments, but at this point, he burnt that fucking legacy to shit. And he can keep talking shit all he wants. You know where he's talking that shit? In Europa. Oh, that's right. I forgot he got kicked out of that shit too. So tell him maybe fucking shut the fuck up and deal with those shit bags he's playing with in La Liga. Or how about we do this? I'll do a motivational content like I did at TST. I'll do a motivational speech for Lewandowski. Y'all ready for this? Y'all can clip it. You can put it in fucking Twitter for all I give a shit. Hopefully you tag that motherfucker in it. But here we go. Ryan's rant on Lewandowski. Hey, fuckhead. We get it. You broke Gerd Muller's record. You fucking happy now? You fucked up our entire history because you wanted to be a selfish little bitch. You wanted to enjoy the fucking sunshine of Barcelona. Guess what? Hope it burns your fucking little ass. Because how did it feel to talk shit about my club, about Liam's club, about everybody's club that's down here in this fucking comment section? You ran off at the fucking mouth, you little sneaky, snaky bitch. And then guess what happened when you pulled us in the group? We kicked your cocky little ass from one end of the fucking continent to the other. Your little ass went back down to Europa. What happened after that? You got your cocky little ass kicked all over the fucking shit league. And guess what? You didn't even win a double. You won one trophy. The same thing we won. How does that make you feel now, you sunburnt little shitbag? How does that make you feel? Yeah, I think you may have won the golden boot in Spain. Cool story, bro. Who the fuck cares? You're not like a Ballon d'Or competition guy now. You want to know why? Because you're not fucking wearing this. You're wearing some shitbag, half-ass piece of crap from a broke dick Walmart club. So instead of calling yourself like a Barcelona club player, you're a Walmart Sam's Club player or Costco or whatever you want to call it. So, dude, keep Bayern Munich out of your fucking mouth. Period. We don't acknowledge your existence anymore. You may be in the history books, but you don't exist to us no more. You're a fucking has-been. You're like our ex-girlfriend that's fucking crazy that can't get. We live in your head 24 hours a day. The dude, shut the fuck up. Same as Tony Cruz. Both of your asses ran the fuck out of here. Hey, so shut the fuck up. Keep my club out your fucking snaky little bitch mouth. Period. There, okay, that's the end of my rant. Y'all can clip that shit, put it on Twitter. I don't give a fuck. Let all those Lewandowski punk asses fucking get mad. You know where they're gonna get mad? In fucking Europa League next year too. Because they may have won and are top of the group, so they saved their ass so we don't have to embarrass them, what, 5th time in a row? Shit bag. Anyway, go ahead. What we got next? Damn, this man changed his entire name to fuck Lewandowski. Down that. All right, what we got?
Let me look.
No, the fuck you don't. Simple as that. No, the fuck you don't. And if you, Liam, if you want to talk, you can talk. You don't have to mime that shit and look like a weirdo, because they can hear you. I can't hear you, but I'll just rewatch the show from the hour 30 mark and then find out what you end up saying.
I'm looking for questions, to be perfectly honest with you, people.
I'll let you handle that one, and then you can point to me, and then I'll know it's my turn.
I don't think Florian Wirtz is going to touch Musiala, to be perfectly honest with you.
I mean, basically, for me, Florian Wirtz is a really talented player. He's really good, but he did come off of a really serious knee injury. But when he had that injury, we know what he did when he came back from that injury. He's just as good now than he was before. So now would be the time for us to go buy him. But the thing is at this point, that's a lot of money for a player that we don't truly need right now. If Thomas Muller was going to retire, then I'd say go for it now. But at this point, I don't think he's a must just yet. Plus, we have musts at other positions, so he's not that must yet. No. My thoughts on that is, if we win a double, Liam's got to shave all of his facial hair. If we win a treble, you're shaving your fucking head on stream. We're all gonna fucking laugh at you.
No.
Oh, bullshit. Don't shake that damn finger. We are shaving your fucking head, son. And you can't sit there and be like, oh, Ryan's got to shave his head. Motherfucker ain't got no hair to shave. I shave it anyway. We could sit there and be like, hey, you got to get a Thomas Tuchel tattoo on your fucking forehead. Get a Tuchel was right across your forehead. No, you're doing it.
No.
You're doing it, or I will start a competitor Bayern channel just to take all of your views. And I will take the name of this show too, since I helped come up with it. We'll take everyone from you. You just be sitting over here talking to yourself like I do on Instagram. Fucking sucks, don't it? I'll take all the guests that I have lined up. I'll take every one of them with me too. Yeah, no Giovanni Elba for you, boss man. All right, let's see if we can get some more. What is this? What are your thoughts on Vinicius Jr. in general? And oh Lord, that poor kid that definitely needs to get the hell out of that league. The racial incidences and stuff in, like, say, Italy, those are on the rise. Spain, it seems like those are on the rise. And I don't know if, because Liam, you're in the UK, I don't know if they said the thing about Anton Ferdinand at the TST tournament. Yeah. He had a racial incident that I spoke with, and the kid that did the racial incident, I'd spoken with him for like 2 days prior to that. Like, I mean, me and the kid that, I guess it's still an allegation because I haven't heard any hard evidence, you know what I'm saying, to confirm or deny it. But I'm not going to say Anton's wrong. I wasn't there. I wasn't close enough to be able to hear what happened. It's like I said, we left field 5 because we knew that Dallas United was playing West Ham. So it was that whole thing of, by the time we got there, Anton and the guys from West Ham were walking off the field. So, I mean, we had that, but the kid that I spoke with, it didn't seem like he had any tendencies to be that way. It may have just been a cultural misunderstanding because of the way the kids talk, because the kid's only 20. It may have just been that's the way that he talks. You know what I'm saying? The way kids respond, it's just for that specific moment, being there, being at the tournament, that did kind of mar the tournament just a hair. But being there and seeing the fallout from an, you know what I'm saying, a big time racial incident at a thing. I've seen it in Germany, in like the lower leagues. I've seen it happen in the upper leagues. It's not as common in the Bundesliga as it is in Italy or Spain. But I mean, it's the kid doesn't deserve that treatment. I mean, I don't have anything against Vinicius Jr., but stuff like that shouldn't. There's no place for that.
Yeah,
so,
100%. 100%, I agree.
Ooh, cool. $2 off cigarette. Yay! So what we got next? Yeah, I don't want to harp on that situation too long. Let's see. How about this? Tuchel wins a double. Okay, so 2 out of those 3 wear a Tuchel shirt for the whole summer. If he wins everything, okay. A Tuchel shirt? What do you mean a Tuchel shirt? Like you'll order a Bayern shirt with Tuchel's name on it? Why would you waste your money on that garbage?
No, his face. Let me put no. His face.
Or do you have a T-shirt with like his face on it? Which would be even weirder. Why do you own a T-shirt with Tuchel's face on it?
This is so weird.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, why do you presently own a T-shirt with a shitty coach's face on it? That's just weird, dude. And yes, everybody in the comments, I don't know if y'all, I'm just now looking at it. Yeah, I can't hear him, but he can hear me. So, yeah.
Can you hear me now?
That's why we're doing this. Hold on, say something again.
Can you hear me now?
Say it again.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Hello?
I can kind of hear you, but it's not. Let's see. I don't know if the volume on this thing is knocked down or what, but yeah, go to the R9 hairdo. And I saw in the comment section somebody said that just heard that Davies is close to agreeing with Real Madrid. Don't care. He's not for sale. He can agree to personal terms all he wants. If we're not agreeing to terms of a transfer, it doesn't matter. He can sit there and say he's going to play for Madrid next year. That's all well and good, but he doesn't have any control over that. We control that. He doesn't have a release clause. So, yeah, y'all don't have to worry about that nonsense.
100%.
Where are you guys?
100%. So I'm from the UK and Ryan is from America. I think he's frozen. When he comes back, I'll put him back on the screen. Hopefully, you guys are all doing well. I'm going to clip that, by the way. I'm going to clip that. And that will be going on the Shorts channel. Again, though, if this happens, and I'll clip it. Don't get it twisted. I'm a man of my word, 100%. If Thomas Tuchel wins a double, the DFB Pokal, the UCL, Champions League, obviously, and the Bundesliga, if he wins two of those three, and I'm going to clip this, and I'm going to clip this right now. If he wins two of those three, I will buy a shirt of his face, and I will wear it for the whole summer. Okay? The whole summer. 110%. Now, if he wins the treble, and he wins everything out of those three, I'll shave my head. Is that a deal? I think the missus is probably going to kill me, but I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. 100% I'll do it. So, because there's no chance he's winning the treble. There's no chance he's winning the treble. Not a chance. Not a chance. He's not winning the treble. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you a little bit. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, yeah, I can hear you. This is just this jackass on his fucking shitty lawnmower. But yeah, now we're back. Now we don't have to do the mime shit anymore. So let's see what we got. What's next? But yeah, Davies ain't fucking going anywhere. He doesn't have that power. And I don't think that kid's going to try to pull a Lewandowski and try to force a move. Sweet baby Jesus, Stuttgart beat the shit out of Hamburg. Okay. Well, I guess Hamburg back to irrelevancy again. And it's like I told everybody a couple years ago when they actually finally went to the second Bundesliga. I was like, dude, it's going to be a long time for them to crawl out of that. That's what happens when the shit hits the fan. That's what happens. When your team's pissily poor ran, that tends to be the thing that happens, and that's what happened. So and as bad as it sounds, I've got a feeling that's the same thing that happened to Hamburg is going to be the same thing that is about to happen to Hertha Berlin.
Yeah.
I don't like to say that, but yeah, I think that's the next bad thing that's about to happen to Berlin.
100%. 100%. Well, it's not going to happen because he's not winning the treble. I generally will fall over if he wins the treble. The guy.
If he fucking wins the treble, I'll probably die of a heart attack and probably never get to see you shave your head.
Bro.
Probably fucking just fall over, just keel over dead. Who do I think is going to win the Champions League final? It's a one-off, so it's not a two-leg. It actually plays into Inter Milan's wheelhouse, and it's like I've told a lot of people. A lot of people have said the same thing. Anybody can beat Manchester City in one game because it's not you're waiting for an aggregate or you're trying to, you know what I'm saying, play cautiously or anything like that. There's nothing left. It's a one and done. Inter Milan can go completely balls to the wall. And I mean, that plays into their strengths. But it's the same on the flip side. It's the same thing with City. Inter Milan's playing for, I think, a double. No, because Napoli won. So they're playing for their only trophy.
Yeah.
And City's going for a treble. So yeah, it's going to be, the emotions are going to be there. Does City crumble under the pressure of, hey, this can be your first ever treble? So that might be
first ever Champions League as well.
Yeah. So, and I mean, the thing is it could be that thing of, does Pep Guardiola start to overthink again? He might not have before, but now that there's a treble, now that there's a first ever Champions League, that they're going to be a massive favorite. Against Chelsea, it was kind of maybe a 50-50 with that one. But now they're the massive favorite. So he may very well overthink it. And that's his problem, is he overthinks it, overcorrects and shit like that. And that very well could bite him in the ass.
Yeah, 100%. What the hell is that?
Oh.
Fine thing. Get out of here. This guy's a wind-up, by the way.
Yes, it would be on the live stream.
Bro.
We're going to watch your ass do that shit. And we're going to laugh at you the whole time. Julian Nagelsmann is not going to PSG.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to see that. Definitely not.
I thought I saw somewhere that the PSG stopped going after him. So
I don't even know what to believe on the Declan Rice news. Is it Arsenal?
I mean, it's a lot of these rumors that are with Bayern is because we're in kind of a chaotic moment. Nobody, you can put fucking Bayern wants to sign Oscar the fucking Grouch from Sesame Street, and somebody's gonna fucking run with it. You know what I'm saying? You can put any random player into that with Julian Nagelsmann. Put any random team into that. Yeah. Because supposedly it was negotiations fell through. Like, I guess Nagelsmann was talking to PSG, and then the president of PSG just did not want him. So I mean, I don't fucking know. But as far as I know, PSG's not on his list of places he wants to fucking go.
What's your opinion on Pau Torres?
The kid from Spain?
Yes.
What does he play? I know. No, he's too expensive. He'll still be too expensive. Because that's the kid
with Aston Villa at the moment.
That's the kid that's at Barcelona, right?
No. I want to say Villarreal.
Oh, I'm thinking of Fernan Torres. Sorry, my bad.
Oh yeah. The centre back.
Ferran Torres. Yeah. If he's linked to Aston Villa, the issue there is Villa can start him.
Yeah.
He wouldn't start with us.
His old manager's there as well.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that kid's going to want to start. He's not going to want to continue to be a backup. And that's what we kind of have to deal with is we're going to have to find a guy that's okay with being possibly a backup. And there may or may not be guys out there that are cool with that type of shit. That's why I said like a Koulibaly, a Ramos, those types of players are probably going to be cool with that. So we just kind of have to find that fine line.
Yeah.
Messi's not going to Barcelona.
They wish.
Barcelona still cannot financially afford him. Especially if Saudi Arabia is offering him all of that money, likeness rights, jersey sales. You know what I'm saying? They're giving him full likeness rights. They're giving him 90% of jersey sales. They're giving him like $500,000 or $500 million for 2 seasons. Yeah, Barcelona can't compete with that shit. And I mean, the thing is he's not going to do that just to be nice.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? That shit's just not going to happen. So.
On Vinicius Jr., obviously we don't want to delve into the whole racism stuff, but if he was to leave, where do you think he would go if he was to leave?
England.
You think England?
And the bad thing is yeah, a city. I mean, Anthony's having a shit fit of a time at United. Sancho's playing like dog shit at United. So, I mean, Manchester United could be a spot. Chelsea will buy fucking anybody for any godforsaken reason. Newcastle's buying up fucking everybody.
Yeah. Legit.
So, I mean, the thing is Yeah, he can pretty much have his choice of English clubs, and that's pretty much the only places he's going to go. He wouldn't come to the Bundesliga. It's just that wouldn't happen. But the thing is wherever he goes, essentially it's that same racial type of thing is going to follow him to. I mean, the UK does it just as much as anybody else does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Italy does it. Spain does it. France does it, but not at a level of the other two or the other three. And Germany does it, but not at a level of the others. So, I mean, either France or Germany if he wants to get away from that. But, you know what I'm saying? You really can't get away from that. So,
yeah. I think we mentioned this one on the first episode about the millionaire that wants to pay for Ronaldo.
Yeah, he can get fucked.
Yeah.
That dude doesn't have any control over jack shit.
But, no.
Because he can't finance it. He can't pay Ronaldo and shit like that because that's not how our clubs run. That's not how any clubs run.
Yeah.
I mean, he can sit there and be like, "Oh, I'll donate the money to Bayern Munich, and then they could just use it." That's not how a business is run. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? If he donated it and all that kind of stuff, you still have to pay taxes on it and all that kind of shit because it's income. So, yeah. I mean, yeah, fuck him. We don't want that fucking shitbag. He could. He won't. I mean, that's the simple answer. He could. He won't.
That's why,
honestly, as bad as he was, I don't see him making it to Christmas. And yes, once again, that would be us hiring and firing in the middle of fucking season again. But yeah, I don't see him making it to Christmas.
Yeah, I have to agree.
Hell no, I don't want to be a fucking striker. Fuck that noise.
You don't want me at centre back. I'll be worse than up on my Get out of
here. Yeah, you don't want me to be you don't want me to be a striker. I'll be the sporting director though. I'll sign those little sons of bitches. Like, okay, you don't want to fucking play for us? Get the fuck out. Have a nice day. Yeah, they would hate life if I was sporting director. Because if the news came up with some bullshit rumor, I'd be like, shut the fuck up. That's not even true. Nah, it's not gonna be a sad Christmas. Nah, the players will still be playing the way that they do, and we will still be pretty dominant. But I think Tuchel will lose the locker room by that point. I mean, I'd take Harry Maguire. Why the fuck not? He's good as shit as a backup. You only need him if some shit's going down. So, I mean, we don't need Phil Jones. We don't need a bunch of goofy fucking photos everywhere. But, I mean, dude, you're really only looking for a rotational guy.
Yeah. So,
I mean, Maguire can be a rotational guy. Shitbag, but rotational guy.
Shall we go to 2 hours? 4 more minutes?
Yeah, why the fuck not?
Yeah. And then obviously we can talk off camera with all the other stuff that we plan on doing and all that. But I want to quickly ask you a question.
Okay.
What do you think, Tom? Obviously, you just said you think he'll be fired by Christmas, but what do you think realistically Thomas Tuchel will do next season?
Get fired at
Probably
Christmas.
not. Yeah, probably not. Do you think he can win anything? It's probably not the one.
I mean, we can always win the Bundesliga with the players we have. Fucking me or you as a coach could win a fucking Bundesliga title. I mean, that's the same way we won it now. We would just have to be like, hey, go out there and just fucking do what you do. I'm not going to overcoach you. I'm not going to undercoach you. Just go out there and do what you do. And the players just doing the basic minimum shit is going to get it done. But it's that whole thing of Champions League, Pokal. Those are when the shit's going to hit the fan. I think that's the depending on who's in our group, because there's some killers in that second pot.
Yeah.
Depending on who's in our group, that could be the kiss of death for Tuchel. That's why I say by Christmas he could be up shit's creek at that point.
Yeah.
My dream starting 11, including transfers, would be Neuer at goalkeeper, Guerrero at right back, Upamecano and De Ligt at center back, Davies at left back, De Jong at the 6, Kimmich at the 8, Musiala at the 10, Vlahovic at the 9, Federico Chiesa as a left mid, and Serge Gnabry or Kingsley Coman on the right.
That sounds nice.
And then I don't give a fuck who your coach is. You're still going to win. And then we'll go with 5 subs. The 5 subs would be Leon Goretzka, Angel Di Maria, if we start Coman, so Serge Gnabry,
Yep.
Choupo-Moting if we need him, and then as a utility, Limer. And then you can rotate if we don't need Choupo-Moting at that time, Matthias Tell.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Good.
you get those players, and even if you don't get a Di Maria, just the bench we have now. You know what I'm saying? Matthias Tell, a Gravenberch, those types of players. But the starting 11 would still be the same.
100%.
Julian Nagelsmann, if he's available. Other than that, there's not really anybody available that I'd want. But Nagelsmann. But the thing is, if we fire Tuchel by Christmas, there may be somebody there waiting. I'm just spitballing, guessing that he doesn't make it till Christmas. But the thing is there may be some other people that don't make it till Christmas as well. So, but like for the sporting director position, I'd give that to Nepe now. So you fucking solidify that and just give it to him. Don't give it to the guy from fucking Freiburg or from Frankfurt. If he wants to be that guy that wants to sit there and say, hey, if I'm coming in, I want to be sporting director and a board member, get fucked. You know what I'm saying? We gave Brazo that board member, that supervisory board seat because he earned it through the people that came in. Yeah. This fucking guy, no, eat a dick. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you, you piece of shit. What the fuck have you done at Bayern Munich? Nothing. What the fuck have you done at Frankfurt? Nothing. You may be a glory super kid at being a sporting director, but you did it at Frankfurt. You didn't do it at Bayern. You bought kids and players that are on, if fucking I go in there and say, hey, here's a contract to Bayern Munich, that kid would have said, fuck Frankfurt, I'm out.
Yeah.
So the thing is he was buying Frankfurt level players. He wasn't competing against United and City for fucking major players. So don't come in here with fucking demands, dude. You say, hey, I'll be the sporting director. I'll earn that board seat. Not, hey, I want a board seat when you hire me. Get fucked, kid. Yeah, you haven't proved. You haven't proved a fucking thing to anybody. So yeah, nobody wants to hear that fucking nonsense.
100.
I mean, I wouldn't mind having Sammer back from Dortmund. I wouldn't mind like fucking stealing him back. Then damn sure the crew would be back together.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, anybody that if y'all take that me going off on Lewandowski rant, throw that on Twitter or something, make sure you tag me in that shit. I want to see the response because everybody's gonna lose their shit if that actually gets out.
I might put it. I might take it. I might clip it and put it on the channel.
Fucking do it. I don't give a shit. Kiss my ass, little fucking snaky little bitch.
But yeah, there we go. Yeah, we've done 2 hours. We've had some technical difficulties. Can't speak. But yeah, we'll wrap it up there. Thank you for coming on, mate, as always.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna put this in the chat now, guys. So anybody that is in here, if you haven't already, please do smash the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, and all of that good stuff. Hopefully the link does work. But I'm gonna spam Ryan's link. Go and subscribe to his channel. He's got some big stuff coming. There's already an interview on the channel, isn't there? The one you did not so long ago.
Yeah, for Hani Mukhtar, the
is it?
MLS MVP that played at Hertha Berlin and stuff. Yeah, that one's up. And on the Instagram channel and on Face or on Instagram and Twitter, I've put up a couple of like I guess pre interviews, kind of like little snippets of different interviews, some outtakes and stuff like that from the interviews. But yeah, I haven't gotten to actually, because I've a couple of the local pubs around here wanted to sponsor the videos, so I've got to put like the little things in here and all that kind of shit. So I've got to do that. And yeah, so I mean, I've got to do that. But yeah, if you're in the Charlotte area, make sure you stop by Elizabeth Parlor Room or Courtyard Hooligans. That's my home away from home. That's the guys that sponsored that video. Shit, maybe we can get them to sponsor the Bayern View. Why the fuck not?
Why the fuck no, for real. Thank you for coming on as always, mate. Got some big things coming, guys. I'm not going to spoil it, but we've got some big things coming, and yeah, the channel just keeps growing, and I'm happy, very happy to have Ryan on board, as well as the other guys that do feature on the channel. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed, smash the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, all of that good stuff. And until then, see you on the next one. Mia Samia. Peace out, guys.